Hello, hello, peace, peace, peace. I'm in the building. Hello, hello, peace, peace, peace. I'm in the building. How's everybody doing? We about to get started right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Godspeed. Shout out to Kenny Johnson. Shout out to Bob Cosmic. Peace, peace, peace. Yeah, let's just get started. For all you who don't know, Black Panther 3 has been announced. And I'm happy because I think Black Panther 3 should have been made. And on top of that, we seem to have some type of controversy. Again, I have not watched any of these videos I'm about to go over. I have not watched any of them. So I don't pretty much know the issue, but we're going to go through it together. Family, make sure you support the stream any way you can. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Best way to support the stream is in the pinned comment. Also, support the stream with a super thanks, a super chat, a super sticker. I take that all. A gift. Give somebody a membership or join yourself a membership. Support the stream with a like, a share, hit that bell, all that. So yeah, let's get into this.
There is one more thing. There is one more thing. You know, being out here with these amazing filmmakers, one of the great things and one of the great privileges working Marvel Studios is we get to work with these amazing artists, and we get to work with them again, like Sean Levy doing another movie for us, Joe and Anthony Russo doing their 5th movie for us, Destin, who did a brand new day, did Shang-Chi for us. And sometimes they go and make other movies, sometimes they go and they win an Academy Award, and they still come to Marvel Studios for their next film. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Coogler.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's always an honor to come here. My first time here was in 2008. I sat way in the back, way in the back, almost 20 years ago. We've been here many times since. But today is extra special. I want to invite out some of our amazing cast that are also in Avengers Doomsday. I think they're close by. Maybe they're taking another selfie.
This is what's up. I'm so happy to see Ryan Coogler. I can't even tell y'all how the movie Sinners changed my life. I'll forever support anything Ryan Coogler does. So it's like, you know, day one, I'm coming out supporting day one. Your name is Keith Johnson. Didn't I say Keith Johnson? What did I say? I thought I said Keith Johnson. But yeah, big up to Ryan's. Oh, salute to McKinsley in the building. Yeah, salute. Said the FBA hate codes crashing out. I'm pretty sure about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to get into this. Bob, you got to go watch Black Panther. You got to. Well, yeah, let's get back into this.
There goes Tish. There goes Winston. We have a little bit of news for you guys. It's early days. We hard at work. But our film has a date. It's coming out December 18th, 2028. December 15th, my bad.
Shoot less days.
Yeah. Well, I got a little bit more news. This film will be captured on this format right here. I don't know if they got a it's gonna be a large format movie. Shot on celluloid. Very excited about that. And like Kevin likes to say, there is one more one more thing. The last time we were together, we got to make a movie. We introduced a character who was.
Oh, I think this is the part. I think this is the part where you're about to say that. I think it's the part. Let's see if you're going to introduce him right here, because again, I didn't see it. Oh, yeah, that was the best scene in cinematic history with the ancestors and the roof literally being on fire. Best scene in cinematic history. Best scene in the history of cinema. Oh, shout out to Justin March, my first moderator in the building. He just gifted 20 memberships. Family, if Justin March gifted you a membership, make sure you thank him and make sure you keep it going. You can raise it, you can lower it, whatever. Just keep it going. Everybody, make sure y'all saluting Justin March. He in the building.
Who's the son of the character that the great Chadwick Boseman played, our T'Challa in that film. And today, I want to tell you guys in this next film, he grows up, he comes of age, and we had to find an incredible actor. You guys in this hall, you guys might know some of his work. He was great in a movie called The Long Walk. He was great. And Alien Romulus. I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I think bro is tall. Or is Ryan Coogler just short? Bro's looking kind of tall. Or they all short. And Duke Winston is just like regular height. Because you know the people in Hollywood be short. But this is great. Like, bro, a great actor. He a great actor. So I'm happy. This was a good decision. Good decision. Good decision. Matter of fact, not even good decision. Great decision. Great decision. Ryan Coogler is like the man when it comes to casting. The man. I never saw him make a bad cast before. A bad casting decision before. Never.
It's young man.
I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to this amazing family that I have the honor and the privilege and the blessing to join. I actually don't want to say too much because I want to let this screen do the talking. But believe me, the honor is entirely mine. Thank you.
That was hard. That was hard. I want to let the screen do the talking. I want to let the screen do the talking. That's hard. Great Pretender. Yes, we can imagine watching a movie about the son of Wolverine. Just like people watch, imagine somebody watching an anime about the son of Naruto. Oh, wait, people do that. It's called Boruto. See, it's all about progression. It goes on. Things go on. So there's nothing wrong with them making a movie with the son of T'Challa. I know some people want him to be recasted, and I think that's why there's some controversy, because not all the controversy around this is xenophobic in nature. Some of it is that people just want T'Challa to be recasted, and they don't like that they just keeping it going without him. Because remember, they recasted the Hulk, so why couldn't they recast T'Challa? So yeah, I understand where some people coming from with that, but ultimately, I think this is a good move. Right, Justin March? You watched the one about Wolverine's daughter and Logan. Yes, right. Shout out to Justin March too. He just came through with $2. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. Just help me get one step closer to my goal. Salute, bro. Salute. But yeah, let's let him finish it up.
Black Panther 3. That's the official end of the show, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Welcome, Dave. Thank you. And we'll see you on Doomsday. Thank you.
Oh, they saved the best for last. They saved the best for last. Shout out to everybody in the building. You're right, Justin March. They did recast War Machine too. So yeah, that's what I said. Like, it's I've seen controversy going along with this subject, but I'm not gonna like judge people too harshly, because everybody who got a problem with this is not, it's not necessarily a xenophobe or whatever the case may be. But I just saw a bunch of random videos about this. I didn't watch them. I just clicked on them. So we're going to go through the list of seeing. I just saw controversy in the name. So we're just going to go through the list of all the controversies. This is a special event. I'm just going to do this real quick, and then I'm going to be out. Shout out to McKinsley. You talking about the Children of Blood or the Children of Bones? That's what you talking about, McKinsley, with the Orishas? Shout out to WT in the building. Me too. Like I said, like, I want to see where they're going with this. So I'm not gonna, like, I want to see. I know people are upset, but it's like, and there's a lot of good arguments for why he should have been recasted, but he wasn't. And let's see where it go. Oh, Children of Blood. I have that book. I didn't read it yet, but I have the book, and I heard there's some controversy with that too. But yeah, probably take a look at that too. But yeah, let's move on real quick. Let's see what some other people got to say about the casting. I don't know who these people are. We about to watch this and then, get it going. I don't know who. I never watched these people. Let's see what they got to say. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Wakanda forever. So, the new Black Panther was just announced. Also, and this is coming from Variety. Let's take a look at this. Now, this guy here I've seen. He wouldn't have been my pick. As a matter of fact, the guy that was in, what was it? Was it F1 with Brad Pitt? A lot of people thought was going to be. I would have taken him.
I know who he's talking about. I forgot his name, but he would have been like too old to be T'Challa's son. Like, think about it. He would have been too old. Like how much of a time skip, or how old was he actually to be T'Challa's son? So again, that would have been a good pick, because again, he's a great actor too. But you're talking about the dude who was in Snowfall. But I think he would have been too old.
The other guy is the one who played Hawkman in Black Adam. For me, out of all the guys that I can think of offhand, just offhand, he was an excellent replacement. He looked like he was supposed to be Black Panther in that, with how he was dressed. He dressed similar to T'Challa when he had like his suit on or whatever. It reminded me of T'Challa from the Black Panther movie. A lot of you say, Michael Jai White. I guess they're looking for a younger one now. So, this dude's a really good actor. He is. He's really good. I will have to wait and see. I'm going to have to wait and see. There's nothing that I can, off the looks. No. However, I've been listen, after, let me see, I usually don't like to strike out 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I first started doing YouTube, when I found out that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, I was like, no, absolutely not. I found out Gal Gadot was going to be Wonder Woman. I was like, no, absolutely not. I was wrong twice in a row. I love both of them as those characters. So I, at this point in time, and it's actually, I since then was like, I'll never prejudge. I might have a feeling like, hey, this isn't who I would have chosen, but let's see. Let's see. You know what I mean? Like Supergirl, I was like, oh, I liked her in House of the Dragon. That wouldn't have been my pick, but okay, let's see. That one was kind of like that one really didn't work out, you know. So whenever I hear these choices,
yeah, I'm jacking the choice. Shout out to Calm Drop in the building. Yeah, Dancing Elba. Yeah, Dancing Elba. That's his name. That's what we talking about. Dancing Elba. I feel like he would have been too old. Dancing Elba would have been too old. Yeah, Justin March. That dude would have been too old too. They would have been too old. It would have been too old. Too old. Shout out to East Coast Kev in the building for coming through with the 5. Thank you for setting it off with yourself. For yourself. Oh, of course they mad. That's what they do. Again, they're not really mad because a lot of them don't really care about Black Panther. They're just using this as a way to push xenophobia. Remember, like they don't really care about reparations. They just use reparations as a way to push xenophobia. This is just another way to push xenophobia. These dudes is bozos. Total bozos. But yeah, let's get back to this.
I'm just all right. Well, we'll see. Not who I would have picked, but we shall see. He could be absolutely excellent. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther is back. Says David Johnson has been cast as the new Black Panther and is playing T'Challa's son in Black Panther 3. Due in December 15th, 2028, the film will follow Johnson's character, Prince T'Challa II, as he comes of age after he is introduced as a child in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Director Ryan Coogler will return for the third film, as well as Letitia Wright, reprising her role as Shuri, and Winston Dukes as M'Baku. The news was announced at Marvel Comic-Con Hall H panel. Wright took over as Black Panther from her late. Okay, so just going down of, you know. Okay, so
wait, time out. This is the dude Tyrone, right? He claims FBA. So how is he okay with the casting and stuff if he claims FBA? Maybe he might be one of these people who claim FBA who don't really know what FBA is. That might be the case. Because remember, Ryan Coogler said he was FBA before. He don't say it no more, but somebody probably told him like, hey, FBA is a hate cult. Like, don't get down with that. That's a hate cult. That's a hate cult. Don't get down with that. But let's keep it playing. Let's see what the brother got to say.
We're just gonna have to see. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I mean, for me, I'm like, nah, but I've been wrong in the past. The fans have been wrong. As a matter of fact, I heard there was a huge uproar when Joker was cast, Heath Ledger, and he shut everybody the hell up. So you see what I'm saying? I'm just like when I didn't even know Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker at that time. At that time, I don't even know if I can't remember what I was doing then. But anyway, I'll never forget. I was actually in the mall and I saw a poster of him. And a friend of mine, childhood friend that I hadn't seen in a while, happened to be stopping and looking at the poster. And I stopped and I was like talking to him. He was like, yo, it's the new Joker. And I was
wait, he's Canadian? I don't know who this is. I just saw a bunch of people talking about the casting. So I'm just clicking on videos of people talking about the casting. I don't know. I'm just trying to get different perspectives of how people feel about the casting. So he's Canadian. So I don't know. He might live in Canada because look. McChillin's son said that he's from Jersey. He's from Jersey. So okay. I don't know. Either way, the brother don't sound like he's on that FBA stuff. It sounds like more like he may have said he was FBA or said FBA before, but he didn't actually really know what it was. So yeah, I'll take a look at that. Oh, shout out to you, East Coast Kev. I'll take a look at that too. I'll take a look at that email. All right.
Look, I was like, oh my God. I was like, ugh. All right, okay. Well, let's see. Like, because no, it was the whole full makeup with the, you know, the darkness in the background, just the face coming through the blackness, and I was like, oh my God. Okay, hopefully it's good. You know, I was just it, man. That's all I had to say about it. It was all right, man. He's on some other stuff. Trust me. He's a childhood friend, but he's definitely on some other stuff right now. So I ain't stay to talk with him long. He is quite different now. But we're just gonna have to see. Post your comments down below.
Yeah, so yeah. He didn't really say pretty much nothing to me, like nothing weird or anything mean or anything like that. Like he just said that he just gonna, you know, trust he gonna be quiet because he been wrong before. So yeah, shout out to that brother. Also, let me see something real quick. Let's see what Afro Think Tank got to say on this issue. Let's see what Afro Think Tank talking about. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's see what Afro Think Tank talking about.
What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. So, you know, FBA, all right, is really showing their ass right now. All right. Now, by FBA, I mean the xenophobic hate group started by Tariq Nasheed, not African Americans, because they're not African American. They are African Americans, but they're the stupid ones, right? So they are mad.
Good job on the clarification. We got to always make sure we say that. When we say FBA, we talking about a xenophobic hate cult. We talking about a white nationalist psyop started, owned, and trademarked by Tariq Nasheed and led by him too. Always make sure you let people know. If you claim an FBA, Tariq Nasheed is not only your leader, but he's your owner because he owns FBA. So he owns you.
Peep this, all right? This is how they showing themselves. They mad that a British actor is playing a fictitious African king, all right, in, you know, a fictitious world set in Africa, right? They mad. Keep in mind, this is FBA. We delineate FBA for life, right? We the best. We not flat black. We special Negroes. Everybody else is tethers. But you know, you guys who say y'all delineating, right? Don't seem to want to delineate from this movie, all right? Depicting Africans in a fictitious way. You want to be the African king of Wakanda. Is that it? Y'all gonna be like them white people in the Odyssey, them Anglo-Saxon barbarians pretending they was the Greeks, even though the Greeks would not be considered white. They really didn't even look white like them Europeans. So, you know, they live it in.
Great point about the Odyssey. Great point about how people have literally whitewashed the Greeks and the Romans. How these Northern Europeans, who they saw as pink people, and they saw as barbarians and savages, ugly barbarian savages, have completely like took their image. Good job bringing that up. But yeah, that's another point. Why is FBA so pressed about this? This is again, why y'all care about who plays an African king? Why y'all care about that? Who plays an African king or a prince or whatever? It's an African movie. Why y'all care? The reason y'all care is because, again, y'all don't really care. Y'all just using this as a justification to be xenophobic. That's it. This is just your way of being xenophobic. Because this could have been a movie about Africans that an African wrote and did everything to. Y'all would still be crying about it. Y'all still would be crying about it. It could have been created by African in Africa and had an all African cast. Y'all still would have been crying. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is why I tell people, Do not pay no attention to FBA. You cannot have no honest conversation with them. They don't really believe what they be saying. They just be saying stuff. That's it. Yeah, let's get back to this though.
The fantasy world that, you know, everybody who accomplished anything had to be white. Therefore, they ain't got to do shit because they already did it, right? That's what you FBA. You FBA, y'all want to take credit for Harriet Tubman? She wasn't FBA. She would have shot y'all. She would have shot you, okay? Y'all want to take credit for all that, huh? Everything African Americans done did, y'all want to slap a little FBA title. That way y'all ain't got to do shit. Y'all can just say, hey, we already did it. Now, when y'all
great point. I gotta say, that's a great point by Afro Think Tank. A lot of these FBA bozos don't do nothing. I always point that out. They don't do nothing. They don't do anything. What does FBA actually do besides be xenophobic online? They never created nothing. They never started nothing. They never started nothing positive. They never created nothing positive. They never did anything. But they act like they did everything by trying to style on other people's accomplishments who would never hang with them, associate with them ever in real life. And they act like they already did everything. Like, oh, we don't got to do nothing. Oh, we already, when you say, well, what is FBA building? Oh, we already built America. You didn't build America.
Supposed to be delineating. We got a movie, all right, written by a white guy, by the way, all right, by an African, all right, by an African in Africa. You ain't supposed to have nothing to do with it, all right? Why don't you go redo Pocahontas, the pretendian, indigenous something? How about y'all go be the chief of your fictitious indigenous population? Y'all keep saying y'all was in America. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with Africa. I don't know why y'all keep talking about, there's certain things y'all keep talking about. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with. Reparations. That's for Africans, not for you indigenous people. Y'all supposed to be getting something else, but dumb it. All right. But the reparations is for Africans. Okay, and this movie here is for Africans. So they picked an African, all right, to play an African in an African movie. Ain't no real controversy. The only controversy is why UFBA is mad that a British guy got picked to play the African guy. Matter of fact, Chadwick Boseman was.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Why are they even mad again? And why don't they go and they got nothing? They not Africans. Remember, they tell you all the time they not Africans. So why are you worrying about who's playing who in an African movie? Y'all not Africans. Y'all indigenous. Why y'all not crying for a remake of Pocahontas and y'all getting casted? Shout out to the Green Goblin. Nobody will ever take them serious. That's why I said, like, FBA don't even know that they one of the best gifts to Black immigrants, because they always juxtapose themselves against Black immigrants. So if you bring that choice to people, they always going to choose the Black immigrants. Because it's like, if we got to deal with people who call themselves FBA or report themselves to be FBA, and this is how y'all carry yourself because y'all representing that, of course I'm going to deal with the Black immigrant. Of course. Of course. Like, they do this to themselves, which is funny. Shout out to Vegeta in the building. Yes, you are correct. There is no difference. In fact, there might be, FBA is worse. Because at least the trailer trash is standing on white supremacist business. FBA is trying to stand on white supremacist business. And they Black. They worse. Shout out to East Coast Kev for the double up. Yeah, I'm hearing things about this Children of Blood and Bone stuff too. I heard it was like when I first heard about them doing a movie, people were saying that they was upset because the light-skinned sister was going to be in the movie or whatever the case may be. But I didn't really follow that. But now I think because now they dropped the trailer and stuff like that, now you got like a bunch of FBAs crying about it. But that's what FBA do. They just cry. Any reason to cry. Any reason to be a bozo. That's all they want to do. Only thing they want to do. That's it. Shout out to you for the double up.
African American playing an African guy. Yeah, ain't no problem with that. Y'all not gonna boycott Black Panther 1 and 2 off the strength of your FBA? Because he was over there cosplaying Africans, so he should have just been in Black FBA. Huh? He should have been a Black what? A Black hip hop superhero or some shit. He had some.
Exactly. Matter of fact, there was some truth to that. There's some truth to that because I think when Black Panther 1 and stuff was coming out, not Black Panther 1. Like Black Panther 2 and just talking about Black Panther in general, when people still thought that Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, was going to still be alive and be in 2, y'all was crying about like, oh, why we got to make African heroes? We got American heroes. Why don't they do something with Cyborg? Cyborg is an African-American hero. He was created to be African-American. Why he don't got a solo movie? Why we got to do all this African stuff? Y'all was saying stuff like that back then. That's a fact. Also, why y'all not mad at Chadwick Boseman for even playing an African? I thought y'all want y'all stuff to be separated. Y'all want Africans to do African stuff, and y'all want y'all to do FBA stuff. The reason is because y'all not principled. Because we already had this conversation when people pointed out to Yvette Carnell about people like Forrest Whitaker and others playing Africans in African movies and real life African characters, not fictional, real life African people who existed. And what was their response? Oh, it's okay because these are American movies, so it's okay for us to play it. So it's like no matter what the situation is, they're gonna find a justification for them to do whatever they want and for you to not do anything. That's what they're gonna do every time. Because again, you could have an African movie, 110% African movie made by Africans about an African story. They will still complain and be like, well, why is it being shown in America? Why studios is giving y'all money, is working with y'all? Why they didn't find an FBA or ADOS or Freeman to work with? They taking our spot. No matter, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's why I always tell people, do what's best for you. Don't worry about what FBA talking about, because no matter what you do, you're going to be wrong. The only way you could be right in FBA minds is if you die, if you kill yourself, or you. I shouldn't even said that. I might get this whole channel video taken down. If you won yourself, or you bowing and scraping before them, that's the only way they like you.
Fucking turntables, lasers and shit like that. He would have a mic. He can throw the mic, and then every time he dropped the mic, a freaking pressure wave. Like y'all gonna make your own little FBA characters with some fake Indian feathers and shit. Each feather, gives you like a extra 5 minutes of power, some bullshit. Y'all gonna make some shit up? Why don't y'all make some? Don't y'all got no FBA scholars who can write up a story about this magical group of people y'all used to be about? Why y'all worried about what Black Panther doing, huh? It's black, right? It's not an FBA Panther. It's called Black Panther. All right? Remember, you FBA. You're a foundational Black Panther or some shit like that. Why don't y'all go make some shit up like that? Why won't y'all stay delineated? Huh? Why won't y'all stay delineated? Let us over here have our fake movie about fake African kings in the fake kingdom, huh? Y'all can't even let us have that. Like I said, man, y'all just like them damn MAGA white people. All them white males sitting online getting mad at every movie that come out that don't have a white male lead, huh? What's y'all problem? Y'all really showing us, and you know what? Y'all going, like I said in my little short, y'all gonna go see the movie. That's the thing about it. Y'all gonna go see the movie. You guys are so immature. Here, this is the funny part. Y'all don't want to delineate. Y'all want somebody to recognize you for doing something that you ain't never did. You want to be patted. Y'all FBA want to be patted on. Y'all the Black African Americans who ain't never accomplished shit in your real life. Because none of you guys, listen, every FBA, if you look at all the FBA content creators, all of them, minus like the big ones who've been grifting off it because they used to be Manosphere, right? All of you guys are losers and accomplish nothing in life. That's why y'all sit online all day on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on a topic that got something to do with some black person that got the same accent as y'all circle jerk about the same dumbass questions. Do Africans hate African Americans? Why Haitians do this? We FBA, we delineating. Y'all got the same 4, 5 titles. Y'all talk about the same shit with your same group of people that y'all call on 3. Y'all basically just on 3-way. Remember back in the day we had to use phones and shit.
Afro Think Tank teaching right now. That's exactly what FBA is about. Shout out to Percy in the building. Yes. I was talking about that too when we talking about how some people are just upset because they didn't recast T'Challa. They not on no xenophobic stuff. They just upset because T'Challa wasn't recasted. That's why I said, like, I'm just clicking through videos of people talking about the casting. I'm gonna see different opinions. I know I'm gonna click on some FBA stuff where they just hate and just be hating. And I'm gonna see people defending it. I'm gonna see people saying I don't know, or some people saying it's good, some people saying it's bad because they didn't recast them. But yeah, we're gonna just keep it going. Yeah, shout out to you for being in the building. Wait, come on. Shout out to RBG for the win. Exactly. And nobody's gonna follow their boycott anyway. Like, who's gonna follow their boycott? They can't even follow their own boycotts. Like, they leader is in Japan right now, spending all his money with the Japanese. They can't even follow their own boycott. Shout out to Benevolent in the building, coming through with a fire emoji. Much appreciated. Yeah, let's get back to this.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 people on the phone. Hours. Y'all just with the cord and she got to pull the cord on the wall. We talk about the cord connection on the wall. You on 3-way, clogging up the goddamn passage for people can't even walk by and shit because you got the cord wrapping around. That's you. All right, that's y'all, but y'all doing it online. Y'all got no.
Yeah, with their feet in the air, laying on their belly with their feet in the air, kicking their feet around, crawling that yes, twirling the cord around their finger. That's them. That's FBA.
No friends. All right, so you find the people who also ain't got no friends, and y'all get together and pretend like y'all friends because y'all come together in mutual hate for other people who accomplish shit, right, that you can't accomplish. And since you're a loser in real life, you come online and you project your loser mentality onto any other topic. At first, it was black women. For a whole bunch of years, all you guys was talking shit about the goddamn black woman. Now you done expand it. Now, we're not going to talk about the black women. We're going to talk about where we are. We're going to talk about the ones with the accent, the Africans, the immigrants. That's our new target because the white man done told us it's okay for us to do it. And look at y'all. Y'all so stupid and blind. We got a movie coming out about our African king and an African nation that true African people who love their people want to go see ourselves depicted in that manner. And you guys mad because you can't be depicted in the main character, not an African American, depicting the African king in Africa. When y'all clearly stated y'all don't want to have shit to do with Africans, okay? Yeah, y'all showing y'all ass. Y'all some losers. All right, FBA are losers, and Tariq Nasheed is the king of the losers because he got that 1992, early 2000s pimp swag that you guys are so attracted to. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. The Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
This short, ugly.
Yep. Shout out to Afro Think Tank. Shout out to Afro Think Tank. Oh, I think he's playing a bunch of clips of people crying about the Black Panther. Yep, a bunch of clips. I don't think we could even go through all these because I already see that some of these clips is people cursing like crazy and preaching a bunch of hate. Let me see something. Oh, look, all the FBA bozos is agreeing with this gay conservative guy, this gay coon, this guy whose whole identity is saying, look at me, I'm gay and I'm black. So the Democrats can't criticize me for cooning. Or they're racist for criticizing me. Like, oh, liberals are criticizing me. Oh, isn't that racist? Like nonsense like that. And mind you, he hates Black Panther because white people hate Black Panther. And he knows just by going out and saying, forget Black Panther, that's not doing anything. So what is he doing? He's pushing xenophobia to try to get people to not see the movie. Because remember, if I want you to not see the movie and I just say don't see the movie because I don't like the movie because it's a positive image of black people, nobody's going to listen. But if I say, hey, don't see the movie because they trying to replace us, that might convince some people not to see the movie. Simple divide and rule. Find schisms between the people, create schisms, real or imagined, exacerbate them, and get the people fighting with each other over nothing. So you can get what you want. Shout out to Red Pill Zulu in the building. Shout out to Red Pill Zulu in the building for coming through with the 20. Much appreciated. Exactly. You teaching. That's exactly what they are. But yeah, I might just play some of this and see where we going with this. I might just play some of it. I don't know.
British African David Johnson that Hollywood has been trying to force on us for the past few years is going to be the new Black Panther. I hate this. Will not be watching it. Number one,
you were anti-Black Panther regardless. Like this, like, come on now. Like imagine a gay coon talking about, oh, I'm not watching the Martin Luther King movie. Of course you wasn't gonna watch it. You a gay coon. Oh, I'm not watching the new Malcolm X movie. Of course you wasn't gonna watch it. You a gay coon.
Because
and look, FBA is bigging him up. Like this is the new savior of FBA. You have, oh man.
I am so tired of British Africans taking black roles in Hollywood. I am tired of it. There are so many beautiful, smart, intelligent, talented Black American actors and actresses who get stuck in Tyler Perry land in Tubi world, okay? While we saw...
What's wrong with Tyler Perry? And what's wrong with Tubi? Tubi is giving Black people an opportunity to tell Black stories in a way no other outlet would. So what's wrong with Tubi? And what's wrong with Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry, a billionaire. He made $1 billion catering to Black people. What's wrong with that? Tyler Perry actually pays his Black actors what they worth. You are a Black actor gonna get in front of more Black people, and they're gonna get a bigger bag dealing with Tyler Perry than they're gonna do with anybody else. I'm pretty sure the people who was in Tyler Perry, the Black people in Tyler Perry's biggest movie, is getting paid more than the people in Black Panther. That's a fact. And they probably getting something on the back end too. And on the low too. But yeah, we're going to keep it going. I don't like Tyler Perry slander.
Somehow have to import Africans from over in, you know, the UK and all of this stuff to come and take the A-list roles that are for Blacks in Hollywood. It feels like Black American erasure. It feels...
Look, again, this is racist talking points. Like this is disgusting. Like we literally listening to a gay coon right now who's anti-Black to his core, try to use FBA xenophobic talking points to just push more hate and more division in the Black community. That's all this is. And this is going to open the door for white people to do it. Because how many white people you going to see pushing a line to hate Black Panther, who always hated Black Panther, who was hating Black Panther 1. They hated Black Panther 1 just because they just hated it and they claimed it was anti-white. They hated Black Panther 2 because they said, oh, it's feminist or whatever the case may be. Now they're going to use this. Now they're going to use xenophobia to hate on Black Panther 3. You see the pattern, right? Every time Black Panther come out, there's a new Black Panther, they got a justification to hate on it. And they using their coons to do it.
Feels like Hollywood is constantly trying to erase Black Americans. It feels like everywhere from Hollywood to the political system, everywhere are trying to make British...
Look, from the Hollywood to the political sphere, see how they trying to join issues? You see how they join in issues that don't go together? What does politics and what does Hollywood have to do with it? And on top of that, nobody's importing politicians. Who's importing politicians? Who's importing politicians? That don't even sound right. Again, this is just about pushing hate and pushing division. You can't make this up.
Africans like the face of Black people in America, and my full-blooded foundational Black American self is...
Oh, he called himself foundational Black American. He called himself foundational Black American. I did not watch this. I was right. This is disgusting. Shout out to East Coast Kev again for recommending this video. I was going to touch on it anyway, but I definitely wasn't going to go this far into it. Like once it got to this part, I probably was going to click off. I was watching this by myself or whatever. But he said, keep going. I kept going. And I'm happy I saw this. Insane. My full foundational Black American self. You notice how the most anti-African people from the foundational Black American movement, all a part of the LGBTQ community, all of them. Yvette Carnell, Marcel Dixon. I don't know if the first lady of FBA is anti-African. That's probably why they don't want her to be the first lady no more. I mean, the individual to be the first lady no more. But this dude, Tariq Nasheed, that other lady, I forgot her name. She's supposed to be some type of LGBTQ. Yeah, this is getting weird, man. It's getting weird.
Tired of it. Literally will not be seeing Black Panther. That dude has a face like a foot, and I will not be watching it.
I'm tired of all the British actors taking all the American roles for a Marvel character in a made-up African country that with characters that aren't even real people, and they keep taking all the roles because this country that's made up and this character represents America.
Exactly. And again, these roles don't belong to you. These roles don't belong to you. I never heard nobody say, "Oh, I'm creating this for Black people." The closest thing I ever heard to something like that was Cyborg. If you're gonna be real, Cyborg was specifically created to be an African American character, and he was born in Detroit, supposed to represent Detroit. Yeah, I don't see nobody crying about Cyborg. I don't see nobody talking about, "Hey, James Gunn, you got to bring back Cyborg," because Justice League, they gotta be 7 members. Make Cyborg a member and do this and do that. They weren't about Black Panther.
That's how y'all sound. It makes it funny is y'all be acting like these niggas are playing Martin Luther King, bro. Y'all be acting like they're playing Malcolm X. They're playing an imaginary character, a fictional character. Not imaginary, a fictional character. Not real.
Now the new argument is, why are Black Americans not getting casted for Black Panther? Bro, who cares, right? At the end of the day, if it's a Black person, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, bro, we're literally all African.
That's correct. That is correct. Doesn't matter. Especially in America, it has never mattered. That's how America works. Remember, who was the first Black man to act in Hollywood to play an upright Black man, which all other Black actors are walking in his shadow? Sidney Poitier. Did anybody have a problem with that or complain or cry when Sidney Poitier was out here doing his thing? No, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You want to acknowledge that or not, why even continue to invest in divisiveness, trying to make all these different sects historically that has ever helped us out? Whether if it's a brother from Virginia, New York, the UK, Uganda, Nigeria, Togo, we all look the same majority of the time, and no matter who gets cast as the actor always performs magnificently. So why is it a problem? On God, if I go on this app and I see Black people from no matter where they are geographically, if I see them trying to be divisive and hateful and spread harmful rhetoric to another group just because they're located somewhere else, I'm just going to click not interested and keep on with my day, because it's imbecilic to try to even engage with that stuff. Because all in all, it's just a lack of education on either side. If you go out in public and you see a Haitian, and you say, "Sakpak say, como se va?" they going to mess with you. If you see a Tanzanian or Kenyan, you say, "VP," they going to reply. Nigerian, say, "K-do." Bro, there's never going to be an instance where these people are really jerked out to you in public. And that goes for everybody. Majority of these people is cool. This is just online strange activity.
Oh, the individual T.S. Giselle switched sides? Oh man, they switched sides. Exactly, Vegeta. That's the thing I keep saying. These are not your roles. Who told you that this was your role? You didn't even create these things. It'd be one thing if a Black person said, I wrote this script, and if I sell you the rights, you gotta promise me that you're gonna hire somebody from this community to play the role. And the studio said yes, and then they didn't do it. That's one thing, but that's not what happened here. In fact, these roles will be created by white people. You said Poppy is claiming FBA now? That I guess since Bambaataa died, he can't cry and play victim no more and clout chase off of that. So I guess that's what he got to do now. But whatever. She might be. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody gotta argue with these bozos. Exactly, Vegeta. Like, if they don't, if Hollywood is casting all these Australians and these, and also they casting a bunch of New Zealanders too. Because again, they do that for everybody. When a bunch of the Asians you see on TV and in movies, they not from America. They from Australia. They from New Zealand. They from the UK. They from Canada. They not even casting Asian Americans to play Asian Americans. They not even casting white people from America to play white Americans. Like always got to turn everything into some type of conspiracy theory. Yes, the Kiwis. Exactly. Like the Chinese girl in Fear the Walking Dead. She's a Kiwi. Oh, shout out to East Coast Kev for the triple up. They probably wouldn't. In fact, they would probably say, well, we don't care if you played him. That ain't our character. Black Panther's an African. It's not like he playing Jon Stewart or he playing Cyborg. Those are our characters. Those are meant to represent us. Let Africans handle their own business. If Africans don't like that Ashton Kutcher is playing Black Panther, then let them deal with that. Or they might even say, well, Africans have no say because this is an American movie. And they might even defend it. And then try to justify defending Ashton Kutcher playing Black Panther by saying, well, y'all play us. See, now y'all know how it feels to have outsiders playing you. You know how it feels to have outsiders playing you. See. Exactly.
Now, the beloved, the late, great, dearly departed Chadwick Boseman, he played T'Challa. Is FBA mad about that? They should be. You know, FBA say we not African. So why is an FBA actor playing an African in a movie about some African folk? Still in Rose family. He played an African king in Black Panther, you know, one of the most celebrated Black films in a generation. And Chadwick Boseman, that ain't the only time he played a non-FBA. He had the nerve to play Tehuti. Y'all know who Tehuti is? A Kemetic deity from ancient Kemet. In a little whack movie called Gods of Egypt, we got an FBA actor playing a non-FBA role, playing somebody who is of significance in that culture. Where's the FBA red alarm? Now, y'all know Eddie Murphy been rocking and rolling for quite a while. He been playing African royalty.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace to John Candy. Definitely a Canadian legend. Shout out to John Candy. Rest in peace. What's that movie where he shot the bear in the butt with that light bulb gun? I said John Candy, right? Yep. Facts. I ain't watched Gods of Egypt, so I don't know if they butchered Tahuti or not. Yeah, let's keep it going.
Where's the FBA hate squad? They ain't say nothing about coming to America 2 times. Mad at Morgan Freeman, who played South African President Nelson Mandela in a movie called Invictus. So if you could be mad that a Black Brit plays Harriet Tubman, she ours.
So we called you African Americans, you were offended with.
Oh, yes. The Great Outdoors. Shout out to the chat for coming through with that answer. The Great Outdoors. Yeah, let's keep it going.
Because it had the word African in it. I wanted to be called Black Americans. Black Panther 3 is about to get released. You're African American again, and then you get mad because they're casting a British Black person for the role of Black Panther. Pick a side. Pick one.
Black American actors considered for the new Black Panther role? Because Wakanda is based in Africa, and
you don't consider yourself as African. And the thing is that you can't have it both ways. You have to make a choice. Either you are or you're not.
Exactly. FBA is trying to have. That's why I tell people don't debate with them. Don't do nothing because they trying to have it both ways. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Again, it's nothing because again, FBA just uses these issues as a way to push xenophobia and justify their xenophobia. They don't really care. Ask how many FBA bozos have even read a Black Panther comic or actually spent money supporting Black Panther in any way, shape, or form. The most you might hear from one of these FBAs is that, yeah, they bought a ticket to see Black Panther, the first one. That's it. That's where it starts and that's where it ends. That's where it starts and that's where it ends with them. But yeah, let's keep this going.
And you can be selective when to be African. And we were very happy with Ryan Coogler's choice. And the whole continent of Africa will be watching, and the whole Caribbean as well. So that's okay if you guys don't watch it. Simple as that. Either you are or you're not.
Yo, man, now that I think about it, I don't even want to be called FBA. I don't, because it got American in it. I ain't no American, and I ain't black either. I don't want to be called neither one of those. I ain't human either. Fuck it. For now, just call me Mufasa.
Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me.
I don't even want to be part of no goddamn group. I'm my own identity. And my son named Simba.
You deliberately disobeyed me.
FBAs have been crashing out all over my FYP over the Black Panther 3 movie. They are angry because David Johnson, a Black British actor, is playing Black Panther. And they think he should not have been selected for this role because...
Shout out to Naps in the building. You said. Yeah, but like you said, it came and it went. So yeah, you can see people who have certain things to say, but it's not a thing. You feel me? It's never been a thing. Just like Samuel L. Jackson said something about British actors before. It wasn't a thing. And even when he said it, he wasn't saying it as they shouldn't be getting hired in Hollywood. Yeah. But it's getting weird. It's getting weird. Shout out to Jackie in the building. I did not watch The Long Walk, but I saw a clip of it, and bro definitely was doing a great job in that movie. I saw like 3 clips of it. In fact, I might just go watch it now. He did a great job in the movie. Great job. Shout out to Jackie in the building. Let me see. Yes, he did. Ryan Coogler picked him, just like Regina King. I forgot what movie she did. When she picked the British actor, just like who else? Tyler Perry be picking British actors. Like, was it Idris Elba's first big break was being in a Tyler Perry movie? Yeah. Nah, I don't think he's full of it. I'm just saying, like, Samuel L. Jackson is keeping it a buck. Like, again, like you just said, he was talking about rappers taking acting roles too. So it's like, again, he didn't mean no xenophobia with it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it wasn't like no xenophobic crusade. Nah, he didn't start it. See, I gotta find that clip where people could hear what he said in context. It was the FBA bozos who came later and then tried to weaponize that. Because remember, when the FBA started saying that, they wasn't even saying what Samuel Jackson was saying. They wasn't even connecting it to that. It was after they was getting called out that they started trying to look for old stuff to justify the stuff they were saying. Because that's what they do. They push the hate, and then they try to go back in time and look for a way to justify the hate. Just like Tariq did with the Claude Anderson clip with the delineation. We know Tariq was not repping no Claude Anderson. He was rolling with Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. He was thanking God for them. He He was tying his rag in a knot with them, and then when he fell out with them, he tried to give all the credit to Claude Anderson, saying he was following behind him, and try to use one clip from a long time ago that ain't got nothing to do with FBA to justify it. That's what they do. That's what they do. Yes, they try to go retroactive with the hate. I even seen them do this with Muhammad Ali, where they'll try to go find stuff that Muhammad Ali said to try to retroactively justify some hatred that they said that they didn't even know about previously. They didn't even know that he said that, and they'll try to go back and just play those clips like, oh, look at this. It's the same thing with Okada, where they was attacking Africans nonstop, and then what happened? Somebody had a clip on YouTube talking about Okada, and then next thing you know, they just going back in time looking for the word Okada everywhere on social media to try to then justify what they were doing, even though they never even heard of the term Okada before they even did what they was doing. Never. Yeah, I saw. Like I said, the clips I saw, he was doing his thing in that movie. But I might need to go back and watch it. But here we go. Let's keep this going.
He is a British African and not a Black American actor.
I'm so tired of British Africans taking Black roles in Hollywood. I am tired of it. There are so many beautiful
and it's causing major outrage with people because it's like we have so many Black Panthers.
Oh no. All these like let's keep going.
They've been putting in work and they have not been getting their breakthrough roles. And here's 5 Black actors.
So what do you mean? That's another thing too. What do you mean they haven't been getting their breakthrough roles? Because white people ain't putting them up? Because again, like I said, like I pointed out earlier, Black actors are getting bigger bags and being treated way better by working with Tyler Perry than they ever would have did on working with these other major studios. Is this a white man's ice is colder situation? That's also what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing and hearing a lot of the white man's ice is colder. Because I'm pretty sure the Black actors who working with these white studios is not being taken care of like the Black actors who working for 50 Cent, like the Black actors who working for Tyler Perry, like the Black actors who are independent on Tubi, independent on YouTube, doing their own little skits and on Facebook and all that. Yeah. They ain't getting the bag like they are. They ain't reaching their people like they are. They not being able to tell their stories the way they want to, like those other ones are. But yeah, let's keep it going.
That would have did way better.
FBAs are so hypocritical and xenophobic. Mind you, there's been so many Black American actors that have played African people in movies like Coming to America 1 and 2, The Woman King, Amistad, Cry Freedom, Blood Diamond, and both Black Panther movies that were previously released. I don't understand how Black Americans have already had so much representation already with playing African people in so many movies, and yet the second an African person is playing an African.
I don't like this because they said Black American. It's not Black American and FBA is not interchangeable terms. They are not interchangeable terms. Even Tariq tell you that. They're not interchangeable.
African role for an African movie. They're whining about erasure and exclusivity. The victim complex of FBAs need to be studied. They are threatening to boycott Black Panther 3 and said they won't be watching, which is fine because I, along with many African and Caribbean people, will be watching on their behalf.
Thank you. Black Panther is a movie about Wakandans set in Wakanda, but they didn't hire a single Wakandan actor. I'm so disappointed in Marvel. Like, you make a movie about a country and then you don't hire anybody from that country. Like, there are amazing Wakandan actors like me. I'm an actor here in Wakanda. I could have represented my country. Instead, they just had people from different countries in Africa. Just because someone is from Kenya doesn't mean they have the right to play someone from Wakanda. All Africans are not the same.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think I saw the trailer. Michael B. Jordan. I'm happy. He doing his thing. I'm happy. Everybody who played in Sinners is doing their thing. I'm still waiting for I forgot the bro name. Preacher Boy, forgot his name. He from Brooklyn. For him to get a role, I think he might have played that role so good that people can't even see him in nothing else. I hope that ain't the case. I hope he does the Michael B. Jordan, because I remember when people first started seeing Michael B. Jordan, They didn't think he could do anything else, but he has proven that he can do everything. That brother is a great actor. And I'm hoping the same for the other brother. But yeah, let's keep it going.
Two different countries. I guess I'm just disappointed because I love my country so much, and none of us were given the opportunity to be in a movie about our country.
I'm so pro-black, you can't get me to involve myself in diaspora wars. I'm every nigga on this earth. I'm African, I'm Caribbean, I'm Afro-Latina, I'm Afro-European. If you're a nigga, I am you, you're me. I don't know what to tell you. You're me, you're me, I'm you. I don't...
Oh, were we playing music? I don't know if I could do all that.
Free Sudan, boycott diamonds and gold. Free Sudan, boycott diamonds and gold. We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Is that person, is that dude, what you call it, AI? I don't know, but we about to get off this. Shout out to our Afro Think Tank. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the brother channel. Make sure y'all support him any way y'all can. And, I just like the video. Michael B. Jordan might be the new Denzel, man. He working. For a minute, it was looking like Idris Elba was going to be the new Denzel. Matter of fact, that might be the order. It might be Denzel, Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan. Just like we got Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. That might be the order right there. Denzel, Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan. That's the order. I don't know what that guy was talking about, Benevolent. That's why I say he looked kind of like AI to me. I don't even know if that was really a person. Of course, we always remember Sudan. We always remember the Sudan. And that's another reason why I don't bang with the black lefties, because they let people send them off for the Palestinians. And the way they got sent off for the Palestinians didn't even help the Palestinians, but they allowed themselves to be browbeaten and silenced. I said browbeaten. I used the wrong word. They allowed themselves to be beaten into silence when it comes to Sudan. Shout out to Lord of Slaughter in the building. Oh, shout out to the Negro Unchained. It was AI, yeah. Oh, Michael B. Jordan is directing this movie too. Definitely got to go see that. I got to support Michael B. Jordan too. Got to support him all day, every day. You said it's a normal outro? I don't never remember seeing no outro like this. I don't never remember it, but I don't remember that. But yeah, speaking of that, let's see something real quick. This is a white dude. I don't know who this is. I don't know what he's talking about. He talking about the casting. Let's see what he got to say. Shout out to everybody in the building. Keep supporting the stream any way you can. Help me reach my goal, family.
Well, Comic-Con happened over the weekend, and there's a new Black Panther. That's what you wanted. Please clap, everybody. The MCU is continuing along with the exact same thing they've done before. Now, Chadwick Boseman was the Black Panther, and we know that...
I just sound like one of these racist white guys who got a problem with Black Panther. Remember, Black Panther, the first movie, made more money than the entire Iron Man trilogy combined. Made more money than the entire Captain America trilogy combined, even though the Captain American trilogy wasn't even really like a trilogy. It was like an Infinity War and a half. Not an Infinity War. It was an Avengers movie, a half of an Avengers movie. It made more money than the Thor trilogy. It made more money than all that. Like if you looking at Marvel right now, Black Panther 1 and 2 made more than Thor 1 through 4, Captain America 1 through 3. What's the other movie? Iron Man 1 through 3. It's literally one of their most valuable franchise. Like the only franchise that they got that's literally making more money is the Avenger movies. It's the Avenger movies, and then it's Black Panther. So what's the problem with Black Panther? What's the issue with them doing another Black Panther? In fact, if The Iron Man movies were half as successful as Black Panther. We would have got more Iron Man movies. Same thing with Captain America. Same thing with Hulk. Same thing with everybody else who got a solo movie. Guardians of the Galaxy, any of them. We would have got way more if they was half as successful as Black Panther.
He tragically passed away a long time ago, and that really hampered their whole plans for the universe, right? Wakanda Forever was a little tough without him, and it's like, where do we go going forward? Well, they're replacing him now, and they've got an actor who kind of looks like him, to be honest, to do so. And we'll see what happens with whether they're going to make the same character or they're going to make a new character inherit the mantle. We don't know yet. This is what they're attempting to do. So Black Panther 3 has been announced. They have the actor. And most of Twitter seemed okay with the choice from what I saw this morning, but I apparently over on Blue Sky in those circles, they are complaining about it because the guy's British, and that's not the right thing for the Black Panther. Now,
that's a lie. Ain't nobody complaining about that on Blue Sky. In fact, it's Twitter where you finding all the complaints. So I definitely know what this guy represents now. Definitely know what he represents. I don't even know if I'm even going to continue with this video, but you know what? For the edification of the people, we gonna continue.
This is a really interesting one because we always talk about here, just like, when they replace a white guy with a black guy or a white guy with a black disabled lesbian or whatever it is, that they change the character or whatnot. Apparently, in the leftist circles, they're mad about them changing the character when it's not skin color. And this is ironic. Now,
see, again, that's a lie. That's a lie. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what FBA is emboldening right now. You're giving these bozos a way to cry and say, look, see, y'all don't like it, right? This is what we've been saying all this time. When you do race swapping, gender swapping, sexual identity swapping, you change the character. You do this, you do that, blah, 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 blah. He said, now look, see, oh, y'all called us out about it, but look what y'all doing. So now he had to make the people complaining about this lefties, liberals, lefties, people on the left, and put it on Blue Sky when it's really a bunch of black MAGA people on Twitter who are the ones complaining. But now, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. How this type of nonsense and this type of talk, this will open the door to this.
There's a sci-fi author out there who wins all the awards. I'll talk about her whole career in a moment. It's pretty funny. Who's complaining about this and actually making another identity politics deal out of it. And it's really funny. So let's get into this news in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we talk about all things MCU, comics, and in the culture. I run Fandom Pulse here, guys, and this is where I write my articles every single day. I want you to sign up because I never know if YouTube's going to find you again. The algorithm here, you might have clicked on this for Black Panther or SDCC, and that's it. And so thank you guys so much. Anything about his acting body of work or anything like that. So I don't have much to comment on this at this point. And I honestly don't even care about the Black Panther character that much. I like, how could I? It doesn't make sense. Wakanda forever, right? So
because you're white, you can't care about a black character, but you wouldn't feel that way if a black person said they couldn't care about a white character, or black people said that we don't support this because it got white people in it. But yeah, let's just keep this going. I'm about to speed this up a little bit just for the edification of the people.
It's David Johnson, and his reveal as new Black Panther at Comic-Con has swift agreement from most fandom online, but a small pocket of pushback over his nationality was enough to pull Hugo and Nebula award-winning author Nnendi Okorafor. Nnendi, I hope I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. If you watch this, tell me how to pronounce it. Into a franchise that she already gave up on. So here it is. Marvel confirmed Hall H on Saturday that Johnson will play T'Challa's grown son in Black Panther 3. So I guess there's your answer, that he's going to be a person inheriting the mantle for December 2028, with Ryan Coogler returning to direct. Now, this is interesting because Ryan Coogler was supposed to be out at Disney, and so he's keeping doing this. And I know he's got his X-Files project going on as well. It's very odd that he's just keeping getting these films, even though he is not at Disney anymore. Weird stuff. So a handful of fans on social media, I guess.
Still, look, on Ryan Coogler dick. Talking about, it's weird how he keeps getting all this stuff because he's a great director. And if you're smart, you would if you're a smart studio, you want people like Ryan Coogler. He has not missed not one time. Not one time.
objected that Johnson, who is British, should not carry the role built around Wakandan and Black American identity. Okorafor answered these fans, and this is what she complained about. She says, watching people complain about David Johnson being cast as Black Panther because he's British and Black Panther should be American is precisely why I walked away from the whole Black Panther thing years ago. A lot to unpack in this statement. American, I know, is what they mean by that word. This country has so many effed up identity issues. Xenophobia is right there at the top, and it's not.
See, you just lied on those on the sister. I know who you referencing. I just can't think of her name off the top of my head, and you said her name, and you messed it up on purpose. Yeah, you made it seem like she was agreeing with the xenophobia. She's not agreeing with the xenophobia. She's attacking the xenophobia. She's not agreeing with people who said that, oh, David Johnson should not be playing the Black Panther. She's not agreeing with that. She's calling that out. See, again, this is what the people who are making that argument are a bunch of FBA bozos who are MAGA. They are being called out by the left. They're being called out on Blue Sky, not being agreed with. My Lord, man. This is the type of dumb stuff. This is where FBA get this from. Like I keep telling y'all, FBA is a white nationalist psyop. All their arguments, all their talking points, the way they talk and phrase things come from white people. It's 2010s white boy stuff from the internet.
Limited to white Americans. Wow. So we're all xenophobic here. Now, Black Panther definitely was an American thing. The Black Panthers were a cultural political movement in America. So it's pretty ridiculous to say that it shouldn't be an American thing on some level. And walking away from it shows that she doesn't even like the character, doesn't like this, and yet she's going to comment on it to begin with and give it her speech on it. Why? Because she's Black. So therefore, she is an authority on whatever any Black anything is, regardless of whether it's American Black, British Black, Wakandan Black, or whatever the heck it is. It's really ridiculous. Now, what's interesting is these people at the exact same time will tell you over and over again that Black is not a monolith, Africa is not a monolith, and you're supposed to respect their different cultures and things like that. It's always a mixed message with them that just goes in every single direction, but the direction always ends up this: they're the victim, you're wrong, you're xenophobic, racist, whatever, and they're the ones that you should support because of whatever. It's always a grift, right? That's what it comes down to, and this is what it comes down to at the same time. Very funny stuff, and of course, complaining about it. I don't know. I haven't seen too much complaints about that, to be honest. Maybe there's a couple.
Shout out to the hood mistress in the building. Yes, he's lying. Like he caught himself in a lie. He literally just claimed that the left is the ones doing this, and a bunch of leftists on Blue Sky are the ones pushing this the xenophobia. Then he just read a piece of an article debunking himself, and you see that he didn't continue reading the article because he's so sloppy that he didn't even read it beforehand. He thought the article was going to make his point. He read a little bit, saw that it was actually going against what he was saying, so he stopped reading it, and now he's just talking and claiming that, oh, the people are confusing him. Exactly, Justin March, tomato, tomato, tomato. This is disgusting and weird. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm just clicking on videos that got to do with the Black Panther casting stuff, and this is one of them that came up. Like, come on. It's ridiculous.
And maybe Blue Sky's got a lot more of it than not. And maybe it's white, or maybe it's American Blacks who are offended that their movement's getting, I guess, usurped. I don't see it in my circles, right? So whatever it is.
Oh my God. See, now you saying you don't even know what the story is about. This is pure slop. This is pure slop. Not only is it slop, it's hateful. It's hateful slop. So you literally just saw this issue was in the headlines. You're automatically mad. We already know you're mad because it's the Black Panther. And you saw a way to try to justify your own bigotry in this. But because you weren't smart enough and you didn't pay enough attention and you didn't do your research, you mangled your own video. You told a bunch of lies. You mangled your own video, and now you just basically saying, well, whatever, it don't come into my feed. I don't even know what's going on really. So why did you make this video? Why are you talking about it? Slop tubing.
enjoy yourselves over on Blue Sky, really. So the reaction is represented by a pretty minority opinion on a broader fan response, where praise for Johnson's casting was outpaced by criticism by a wide margin on X. Now, she's not on X, I'm sure, because she's a nutty leftist, and that's how it goes. Now, there was a different complaint there. This came from pop culture commentator Bill Holtz, who's a big voice on X. He said, "Is it a requirement that Black Panther has to be gay?" And then he said, "I believe Chadwick Boseman was gay and died from AIDS, not cancer." He said, "I believe Letitia Wright is a lesbian, and I believe David Johnson is also gay. No matter what the lying press tells me, if Hollywood is so LGBT positive, why is everyone still hiding in the closet?" Well, that's a hot take right there. I don't know about any of that, but that's his opinion.
Disgusting weirdo. And you made it your business to read that guy who just said that nonsense. Pure slop, pure nonsense. Again, this is who FBA is agreeing with. This is who this is who they argue like. This is who they want to be like. This is who they want to be in community with. A fat white guy. I can see you got exercise equipment in the background. That must be for show. Like, what is that for? Because you didn't lose, you're still fat. So what is that there for? That's there to just try to, so when people see that you're a fat, lazy slob who just sitting on the internet, running his mouth, being a racist, slop tubing, you can be like, well, you can't judge me because I'm trying. Don't you see the exercise equipment in the background? It's not like I'm not trying to lose weight. Don't you see the exercise equipment in the background? Disgusting. This is pure babble.
It's pretty interesting to see that come out of here too. So Coogler's account of how the casting came together, relayed by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige to Variety, points to a decision made almost entirely behind closed doors. He had a secret meeting with him under the cloak of darkness in a hotel somewhere and called me afterwards and said, "Hey, he's the guy. I felt it in my soul. He's a good man, and he's the next Black Panther," Feige said. "I got the chills, and I got a little welled up and said, let's do it. We've been sitting on this secret for a good 5-6 months." So Feige's account puts the casting entirely in Coogler's hands, decided on instinct of a single meeting rather than an open search. Marvel has kept a tight grip on Black Panther's succession since Chadwick Boseman's death in 2020, handing Shuri the mantle for Wakanda Forever before introducing T'Challa's son as the heir apparent in that film's final scene. Johnson now inherits that role that carries the weight of Boseman's legacy and the like. And most people, liked Boseman quite a bit. And I think that movie was very successful because he was a likable person. So I don't know what went on in his life or whatever, but he didn't seem to have a lot of this like victim identity politics stuff surrounding what he did, which is interesting in a film like Black Panther because you definitely could have gone that direction if that's the case.
Now it's victim identity politics. See, this is the nonsense. The only victim is you. You sitting there, the only person with a victim mentality is you. Imagine being a white man in America crying about being oppressed or being like marginalized. It's like imagine that. Imagine that. What are you crying about? Who did something to you? You crying because there's a movie Black Panther? Nonsense.
So will this succeed going further with a new actor and the like? I don't know. We'll see what Marvel's doing. They're obviously trying to reboot their universe, restart things, get people excited again. We'll see if it actually pays off for them. Leave a comment down below with what you think.
Yeah, this was a total waste of time. Total bozo, total waste of time. I'm happy. I should have made that faster. I should have clicked off of it. Like, yeah, this is disgusting. Total weirdo. He didn't even know what he was talking about. He didn't even know he didn't even bother. He didn't even bother to even look into the issue, bro. He didn't even bother to look into it. He just slop tubing. Let me give this a thumbs down, man. Let me see something else. Let me see something. Let's see something. Let me click on this channel. Let me see something. Let's see. Yeah, trash. Get this off the screen. Trash. Let me see. Slop. Get this trash out of here. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got to move on. Since we already did a random video, let's do something else. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, look who we on. This is O'Shea. Let's see what O'Shea talking about.
This short British African David Johnson that Hollywood has been trying to force on us for the past few years is going to be the new Black Panther. I hate this. Will not be watching it.
In July 1966, writer-editor Stan Lee.
Oh, come on with the music, O'Shea. Come on. And another thing, O'Shea, you need to leave Africa, bro. Like, we got to start this campaign. O'Shea, leave Africa. Go leave Africa. If Africans are so bad, Africa's so backwards, Africans are draining, they're parasites, then leave. Why don't you leave? You wasn't born there. Nobody holding you back. You're a millionaire. Come to America. Come be with your FBAs.
And artist Jack Kirby created what we now know as the Black Panther character, as well as the fictional nation of Wakanda. And they made their debut in the 52nd edition of the Fantastic Four. Now, it's important to know that Black Panther, aka T'Challa, is not African American or Black American. He is an African fictional character, the king and protector of Wakanda, located in East Africa. And this storyline is different from what was happening in the 60s. Blacks were fighting for civil rights all across Black America.
Still talking about blacks. See, O'Shea, you don't even got your language right. It's Black Americans if you're going to say Black American or African American, but you don't supposed to say blacks, especially the blacks.
Fighting for voting rights. And of course, these Black Americans were linked to their history of slavery. But Wakanda represented the opposite situation. It was an advanced isolationist nation, never colonized unlike its neighbors, and it was an ultra-advanced society containing vibranium.
He's right, you know.
This infrastructure allowed this country to protect themselves.
Oh my God, why would you even put that little, he's right, you know? What was that even there for? Whoever's editing your videos, that dude Dima, he is getting sloppy. He's getting real sloppy.
From colonial exploitation and outside interference. So by the time the 70s came, Black America was kind of adopting to Black Panther. But instead of breaking out into the mainstream, Black Panther maintained a cult following. In fact, the most famous comic book character of the 70s was Luke Cage in Storm. The 80s saw Black Panther in immediate decline, as well as the majority of the 90s, while other Black comic book characters like Storm reigned supreme. But then in 1998, something really interesting happened. The first Black American started to write for the Black Panther franchise, and his name was Christopher Priest. He gave T'Challa a new edge. He transformed the T'Challa character and revived it back for readers. Then after that, we would see Reginald Hudlin. He injected hip-hop culture and Black pride into the series. And then, of course, Ta-Nehisi Coates is the one that took Black Panther to the mainstream.
He's right, you know.
Now, although Jack Kirby created...
Oh my God, bro. Whoever did the editing, like what the you know. Yes, and on top of that, Storm is African as well. Like O'Shea trying to sound so smart and so informed. Luke Cage, John Stewart, the Green Lantern, John Stewart, and Cyborg were African American characters. Like, come on now. I'm about to speed him up. Like, O'Shea is like disgusted. Jesse Lee Peterson is a spiritual guru of FBA. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think he's the spiritual guru. Like, he may be one of their greatest teachers when how to coon for white people, how to buck dance for master, but I don't think he's one of their greatest spiritual gurus. Because remember, it's a white nationalist psyop, and it's hard to do a psyop if you openly buck dancing like that. But yeah, let's keep this going.
Black Panther. These three Black American writers scaled Black Panther. They got it so popular that Black Panther was ready for the movie theaters. And the first Black Panther in 2018 did not disappoint.
Damn.
This movie made $1.34 billion globally. And with Chadwick Boseman playing T'Challa, this franchise was going to continue to grow. In the United States, the movie made $700 million. Out of the $700 million, Black America contribute $259. That means 37% of the money came from us, which is typically unusual for most ticket sales. Now, in August 28, 2020, Chadwick Boseman would die from complications from colon cancer, but the film would still go on. In 2022, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, in which the film would still gross over $800 million. And $454 million of that would come in the United States, with Black America contributing 44% of that money, contributing almost $200 million. So when Ryan Coogler announced...
Oh, like I said, Black Panther 1 and 2 done made more money than all the Iron Man movies combined, made more money than all the Thor movies combined, more money than all the Captain America movies combined, even though, again, Captain America Civil War was basically a Avengers movie. Made more money than that, all that combined. The only thing that made more money than Black Panther was the Avenger movies. And if you asking me, Infinity War should be seen as like basically Black Panther 1.5. It should be seen that way. It should. But yeah, let's keep it going.
This, I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson.
I want to say thank you so much.
Black Americans were pissed. And if you think about it,
oh my God, I'm so sick of this nigga. He just tried to make it seem like black people were just supporting Black Panther because that's what he's going for with this video. It's black people were supporting Black Panther because it was black, super blackity black, and it had Black American actors in it. But now we don't know if we're going to support the movie anymore because they got a Black British actor. One, O'Shea, your analysis falls flat because the main character in Black Panther 2 was the sister right here, Shuri, T'Challa's sister. She was the new Black Panther. She's not African American, O'Shea. So by your logic, we should have been done with Black Panther when Black Panther 2 came out. By the logic you about to try to say right now, we should have been done with it. Like, imagine pushing this lie. Have no respect for O'Shea Duke Jackson. None.
They got every right to be. Black Americans have supported this franchise more than anybody, monetarily. The 3 Black American comic book writers are responsible for bringing it back to life. And it seems like a slap in the face. Huh? Now, British actor David Johnson is going to be the new T'Challa, and people are saying that this role should have went to a Black American. But the question is this.
Do Africans watch Black Panther?
The total money for Black Panther in 2018 was about $1.34 million. The estimated money that the African box office brought was a whopping $9.3 million, which is even less than 1% of the total gate. In 2022, Black Panther Wakanda Forever would gross nearly $880 million, with the total African gate being around, at the most, $4.4 million. But with over $2.1 billion made in the franchise, Africa contributed a whopping $14 million, which is well below 1%.
Look, see, this go back to O'Shea narrative of Africans being parasites and not contributing and not helping. This is what he's trying to push. That's what O'Shea is trying to push. Africans don't help. They parasites. We can't count on them for anything. Like this is the narrative you're trying to push. And maybe, according to your narrative, maybe the reason that the Africans didn't support it like that is because they didn't have an African lead. They didn't have African leads playing an African movie. Maybe that's the reason why the gate was so small. The same reason why you're trying to claim that the gate for the Black Panther 3 is gonna be a disaster. Maybe it was that in reverse.
So no, Africa is not contributing to Black Panther like Black Americans. There is a lot of criticism with Ryan Coogler because he is the director and writer of Black Panther 3, and people are calling him out for basically not hiring a lead from the Black community. But
I don't even know what that needs to be said, to be quite honest with you, because he has shown us time after time after time after time that he can rise to whatever occasion is presented before him.
So if you look at Ryan Coogler in the last 15 years, most of these films are led by a Black American lead. He's done an excellent job in producing these films. So I think that he would know what he is doing, in my honest opinion, based on his track record. And then
we called you African Americans. You were offended because it had the word African in it and wanted to be called Black Americans. Black Panther 3 is about to get released. You're African American again, and then you get mad because they're casting a British black person for the role of Black Panther. Pick a side. Pick one.
So this lady has a point, right? She's saying that a lot of the Black Americans want to delineate from Africa, but at the same time, you want to be associated with Black Panther, which is it? Well, the problem with her argument is that it was Black Americans that revitalized Black Panther. It was not Nigerian Americans. It was not anybody in Africa.
So what? This ain't got nothing to do with you. That's not a legitimate argument. In fact, you're showing yourself as being stupid and bad. Think about this. You said you're not Africans, but you want to be a part of African stuff. And then now you want to claim, oh, well, we revitalized it. We did this, we did that. By this logic, can't Black British people make that argument, saying that they revitalized Black acting? That there was no new up and coming Black actors? That the only good Black actors was ones that came out like 40, 30 years ago? They popped off the new wave because they got range and they such great actors that they revitalized Black acting in Hollywood because they got so much range, because the average Black actor had to be typecast because they didn't have no range. They couldn't play a doctor and then go play a gangster and then go play a businessman and then go play a warlord, then go play a athlete and then go play a regular person because they didn't have the range. But because these Black British actors had that range, it allowed them to become megastar, the new megastars in a way that the new Black American actors could never be, because they could only play one role. Ain't that the argument that some people have been making, that the British actors are just that good, that they can play multiple roles? That's the reason why they keep getting casted, because the Black American actors could only play certain roles, while the British actors can play multiple roles. That's why they getting all the jobs. Like, come on, by your own logic, you just justify British actors getting all the roles. You saying, well, the problem is, we the ones who revitalized it, so we should get a say. Well, they revitalized Black acting, so they should get a say. They should get a say.
That made Black Panther what it was. It was Black Americans that made Black Panther what it was. So I can see why Black Americans are so tied to Black Panther, because financially they supported the most. And when the character was in the dumps, it was not Africans that made it what it was. It was us that made it what it was.
He's right, you know.
So while I do believe that she has a point, she doesn't. And then we come to the point.
She can't have a point and not have a point. And again, she does have a point. You bozos want to be, you spend all your time saying that you're not African, and then you want to be African when some fly stuff is happening. And also, O'Shea, you are trying to make Black American and FBA use them interchangeably. This is FBA who was complaining. Nobody cares about FBA. You are FBA. You're a loser and a bozo and a tether. You're the real tether. You're sitting in Africa talking down about Africans, but you sucking off the Africans. You didn't put in no work to make Uganda. What you did? You came to Uganda after Uganda's built Uganda, and now you making money there, and you talking down to them. You the real tether. You the real tether.
With British Black actors taking the roles of Black Americans, how should this be handled?
Ryan Coogler is in the position of being a lender. And when the Bible talks about a lender.
Exactly. Because O'Shea is stupid. Black people were the plurality, but they were not the majority. If it just had Black American support, the movie would have been a failure. Yep, tethering. Exactly, Green Goblin. Green Goblin. Why don't they go to Tariq? Why don't they say, yo, Tariq, why don't you make a documentary about black superheroes? Or why don't you go make a movie about black superheroes? You got AI. You got a studios. You a director. You all this other stuff. Go ahead and get it popping. Why don't they go ask the Black Authority how much money he done took to make DVDs already?
It's better to be the lender than the borrower. So when people say, what have they done for us? We're blessed that people don't have to do for us. Okay, God bless the child who has his own. We're blessed that we don't have to beg for someone to give us roles.
I want to give a shout out to Marika C, the Blueprint on TikTok. She said something that's profound, that as Black Americans, we should be thankful that we have so much to give. Now, I do understand a lot of Black Americans are tired of always having to give, and that's been the relationship that we've had for the most part.
What is Black? Again, O'Shea keeps trying to push this parasite narrative. What have people been given, especially FBA? What have FBA been given that people need? Like, nobody gave, Black America did not give David Johnson this role. Ryan Coogler picked David Johnson for this role because he's such a great actor. I don't remember Ryan Coogler getting elected by Black people to do anything. I don't remember him taking a vote from Black people to do anything. Like, I don't remember that. He's too much for me too. Like, I wasn't even gonna cover O'Shea no more. It's just that, again, I'm just clicking on videos with Black Panther in the title. Shout out to Chocolate Lyrics in the building. Yes. Like, weird.
In the Pan-African community or in the diaspora, the Black Americans have a higher expectation of giving opportunities to everybody else. And even though David Johnson, from what I understand, is an excellent actor and he will revitalize the brand for Black Panther as he's playing T'Challa II, this is something that is largely true, guys. And as much as we would want a Black American character, I would love to see somebody get in this role. What she's saying is we are already the role. In the Black British community and all the other migrants and stuff, they need us. They will always need us to a certain level. And because our community is so lit, we don't even have to worry about this. It is a way to think about it, although I know that some people don't like it. But what
are you talking about? We are so lit. You're not lit. Nobody who's complaining about this is lit. Lit in what? Lit doing what? Drewski, shout out to Stanley in the building. Drewski was basically remaking the Key and Peele skit. It was a joke. It wasn't meant to say, oh, like British actors are our enemies and they doing something wrong. He was just pointing out how they move, and that how they move is correct. They such great actors that they can come here and they could play roles. They act. Matter of fact, like I was saying, the British actors are literally actors. When I first heard Idris Elba and all these other people talk, it was like, it's no way you played that role so good. In fact, that's why Black American acting has fell off, because the average Black American is trying to typecast themselves. They trying to act in roles that they are comfortable with. This is why they don't got no range. They're not actually learning the skill of acting so that, again, you can go from playing a doctor to playing a soldier. You can go from playing a soldier to playing a basketball player. You can go from playing a basketball player to playing a drug dealer. Because why? Acting is just that. Acting, you're pretending, and it's about being convincing while you're pretending. A lot of Black people who are new actors, they don't got no range. They got no range. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you already know when you see a Black American actor what movies he gonna play in and what movies he's not gonna play in. And I'm talking about the new ones, because that's an issue with the new wave of Black American actors. They don't got no range. Because the old ones got range. Because they teaching actual acting in the UK. It's a reason why Denzel, one of our greatest, made sure when he was sponsoring an actor, they sent him to the UK. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Where did Chadwick Boseman, one of our best, newest actors who actually had range and could actually be an actor, where did he learn how to act at? He learned how to act in the UK. They actually teaching the skill of acting over there. Something we used to do over here that we're not doing so much. And this is, again, why they blowing us out. Because when you watch the Drewski skit and the other skit, it's the punchline of the skit is that you wouldn't even know that these people are British. Because if you see how they talk, how they act and whatever, and then they come play these gangster roles, it's like, how do you do that? How do you get that accent correct? How do you get the mannerisms correct? Like, I would not know if I didn't hear you talking in your regular voice, and I would never know that. It's just like, again, with Idris Elba. I remember when The Wire came out. It was a big deal. Everybody was talking about how great Idris Elba was and all that. When I first heard his real voice, I said, there ain't no way. I thought he was just like doing an impersonation. I thought he was doing an impersonation, but he got that all perfectly. Perfectly. That's the reason why they got it. That's the reason why they got it. They actually are actors. They are actually actors. And that was the whole, like, basically meaning of the skit, like to juxtapose the how they moving. It's like you watch the British do. Matter of fact, because again, it's just the contrast. I think I can't show the Keaton and Pale skit because that's copyrighted. Maybe the Drewski skit isn't copyrighted. Maybe I could show that. But it's about the contrast. Like, how do you how they can turn it on and off. Cause how they can just turn it on and off. Matter of fact, I think let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Shout out to you for even bringing that up. Because I think I touched on that before, but we're going to touch on that again. What the hell? Let's see. Look, see? Look, I can't play it, but like, you see it.
You can't play me, motherfucker. I'm the motherfucker that plays motherfuckers.
That's a little bit. I ain't doing too much of that. But where's that skit? I want to see that whole skit. Let's see if we can find the Drewski skit. Where's the skit itself? I think this is it.
Well, you promise you go with me now.
Rudy, stop talking like that. You ain't going to no big city. Mass ain't gonna let you.
Yeah, I'm going with or without you.
Rudy, stop talking like that. Stop.
Hey, what are you niggers doing over there?
Get out of here.
Hey, what are you doing?
Run!
Cuts! Fantastic. I need more American slave. Okay?
Like struggle.
Yeah, the struggle.
Like sort of like the dialogue, like the back and forth banner.
Absolutely. Yes.
Look, see, that's the point. Look at that. This dude is, and I don't know, shout out to all the people in the UK. I'm from America. In America, y'all all sound like the black people and the white people sound the same. And I'm older too. So when I think of the UK, I think of a bunch of like elitist people sitting around having tea time with the queen. That's how we used to see it. So to see somebody who talks like that, who moves like that, to be able to go play a slave, go play a gang member, go play your regular black person in America, it's blowing our minds. It's like, that's the joke, how good y'all are. Like, it's unreal. That's why I said, it's a reason why y'all getting all the jobs. It's a reason.
See, this role was sort of a bit cheeky. I got a little bit out of my comfort zone, you know. During the filming of this role and this character, I felt oppressed, like an American slave, like a lot of struggle. I studied the art
A fantastic turnout on the red carpet tonight. I'm just arriving. We had Samson Dubois at the American Guild Awards.
Samson, you look great tonight. How hard was it for you to change your accent?
As a little boy from Manchester, I think I struggle a bit with the dialect, right? But to really get into character for this quite astonishing role that I took on, to say the least, I put it all on the line.
All right, 3, 2, 1, action.
I'm telling you, nigga, if you fuck with my shit, I'll kill you, nigga. Gonna be fucked up. Fuck. Nigga, we family. Nigga, ain't no fucking family in this shit. We not family, nigga. Fuck family.
Hey, cut. That's the one.
That was stunning. Great performance. Great performance.
Working with a good London boy, and I bother him all the time. I had a call with the director. It was quite quintessential to the role, and great.
See, this is the joke right here. This is the joke. Because like I said, when people first started hearing these new black actors do interviews and they was talking in their regular British voice, it was crazy. Like, we watching you play this role, that role, this role. We like, oh, the brother killing it. He killing it. And then we watch an interview and then you sound like you drinking tea with the queen. And it's like, whoa. Like, can this be real? Can this be real? Can this be real?
Character development behind it.
I put this fucking bullet in your head, nigga.
I laugh because I'm penniless and a bit quite surreal.
Samson Dubois. Samson, yo, who's the girl? Who's the girl?
What's your next movie? What's your next movie?
Yo, do you think your British accent gets you all the black roles in America?
Come on, bro. Are you serious, bro?
Do you think you're better than them?
Better than who, bro? Black people.
Yeah.
Stop.
And that's also a part of the joke that that was a bunch. Now, a lot of this division and stuff like this was started by white people. Like again, you don't see no white people running up on white actors who getting all the roles talking like this and acting this nonsense, or the Asian ones. None of that. Vegeta, I don't know. Like again, we in America. When we think of the British accent, that's what we think of. I know that from what I know, like in the UK, y'all got like I don't know if you from the UK, but in the UK they got like 1,000 different accents. Like literally, in that little island, y'all got like 1,000 different. I keep saying y'all. I don't even know if you from the UK. From the people in the UK, they got 1,000 different accents. But in America, we have an idea of what we think is a standard British accent. So it doesn't matter whether he was from Manchester, Sheffield, London, Wales, Northern Ireland. Doesn't matter. We to us, that's how y'all talk. I keep saying y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep saying y'all. I'm sorry. I don't even know if you're from the UK. But shout out to you, Vegeta, always coming through. Yes, 21 Savage. Like that's what was really blowing people's minds. No, they do. Like they really do. Like it's like America used to be that way too. Where we used to have like a million accents. Like literally like traveling a few miles in either direction, you're going to have a different accent. You're going to run into a different accent. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, see, you're not from the UK, but see, you understand what I'm talking about. Where like it's so many different accents that sometimes it's even hard to even understand them. But yeah, let's get back to this. Let's let this bozo O'Shea finish up. Shout out to Stanley for coming through with that. But yeah, let's let O'Shea finish up. Make sure the audio is still good. Yeah, it's still good. Let's go.
What do you think, guys, in the comment section? Do you think that the Black Panther role should have been given to a Black American? Or does Ryan Coogler understand what he's doing? Don't you think that he feels giving this role to a young Black British actor with a lot of acclaim will revitalize the interest in Black Panther? Let me know in the comments, guys. Peace.
Oh, man. And you back to your gender warring ways. You're selling Black men are perfect t-shirts. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. I guess the FBA grift is like, kind of slowing down a little bit, so you got to make sure you go back to where you was at. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. Let's see what else with other people talking about. Let's see this. Should I play this? I don't know who this dude is. Yeah, we gonna rock and roll. Shout out to everybody in the building. We rocking and rolling. I don't know who this is. We gonna see what he talking about.
What's good, everybody? This is Sean. You're watching On the Fly X. And today I want to talk about the new Black Panther. I want to talk about the new T'Challa Jr. or the T'Challa the Second. However way you want to slice it or dice it. David Johnson. Now, David Johnson, to some of you, you may know him as a dude from The Long Walk. I was first introduced to him on Alien Romulus. He played like an android. He was very sympathetic android, like a very sympathetic character, like you feel bad for him. Even though he was an android, you could feel the human side of him, like he was sort of autistic in a sense. So you felt a lot of sympathy for him. He is played in another movie called The Wasteman. He was in a show, I believe in the UK. I don't remember the name, but I've been kind of reading up on him. And what I want to say is that I'm proud that he is the new Black Panther. I have no disdain for Damson Idris, but I didn't want him to be the new Black Panther. Not because he doesn't fit the part or anything like that. I just didn't want him to play it. Like it would have been easy for them to choose him, and he's handsome, he's whatever. So it would have been easy for them to choose somebody like him. I didn't want him. I wanted there to be a new up-and-coming actor, and looks like David Johnson is going to be the person. Now, obviously, they're going to have to bulk him up.
Oh, so I guess the brother ain't got no problem with it. Nicely, I'm hearing a brother talk who don't got a problem with it, and just saying that, yeah, he thought somebody like him should play the role of Black Panther, should get the role. Shout out to this brother. Shout out to David Johnson also. Shout out to Ryan Coogler. Shout out to everybody.
He's a little short. I'm not exactly sure how tall he is, just based on the stage. I'm gonna have to look up all this stuff. I'm just going off on the fly. He looks like he's about 5'6", 5'7", so he's not a very tall man, which is fine. With camera work, they can do all of those things. So I'm very happy that they chose him to be the new Black Panther for the next, I don't know how many years. You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to be the third one, and usually when they have a franchise, they usually do a trilogy. Now maybe with this signing, they'll probably sign him on for future projects, like how they did Chadwick Boseman in Captain America: Civil War, when they first introduced him. So maybe they will put the new Black Panther in several upcoming Marvel movies. That remains to be seen. But I think that the casting is pretty much, I'm not gonna say perfect, but I know that dude is a great actor. I know he's young. He definitely has the acting chops to show emotion, to show things that we want to see. Now, there are going to be some people who are going to be kind of salty about it. Like, why didn't they get an American actor? There was a few people, I'm not going to front, there was a few people that I had in my head that I wanted them to choose from. So I did not see this one coming. But because they chose him, I'm not mad at it. And we all know Ryan Coogler's track record. That man don't miss. So
yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. I'm not mad at this at all. Shout out to this brother. He teaching so far. Again, if somebody asks me who should be the next Black Panther or who should play Black Panther's son, I don't know if I would have said him, but I probably would have said him. I'm talking about David Johnson, by the way. I probably would have said him. Or the young brother who played in Moonlight. I didn't watch that movie, but it's like I know I seen like the trailer and stuff. The young brother who played in that movie. Oh, he like 5'9". All right, because like I said, when he got on the stage, he was looking kind of tall. And I'm compared to Ryan Coogler and the rest of them, and I was like, well, they short. So he might be short, he might be tall. I don't know. But 5'9" is a good height. That's a good height to play a young son who's not an adult. 5'9" is a good height.
If he is responsible for the choosing the new T'Challa, then obviously he sees something that, probably no one else seen, especially with him being a new up-and-coming actor. Maybe a lot of people feel like he doesn't deserve it. Who knows? I feel like let's give him a chance because, dude, he got the skills. So we're not going to even act like, he got the skills. And he's up-and-coming, Now, what I want to point out is when I was watching the showcase, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not trying to stir like any type of controversy, anything like that. But
how tall is Chadwick Boseman? Does anybody know how tall he is?
Letitia Wright, she didn't look too happy about that. You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like she was against it. I'm not saying that she dislikes David Johnson, and I'm not saying that she wants to hold the mantle by being, the Black Panther. But that wasn't the initial plan. The initial plan.
Oh, I like this brother right here. He bringing up a new point. I'm happy I clicked this video. You're right. She was the Black Panther. Like nobody's talking about that angle. Now that T'Challa's son is grown, so she got to pass the mantle on to the son. Does he have to fight her for it? What happens? Was she basically just a regent or something like that? Just ruling in his stay until he's old enough to take the mantle? Or are they just going to skip over all that and just give him the mantle and make it seem like, oh of course, he's the Black Panther now? Or are they both going to be Black Panther? Ooh. This was a good point that this brother brought up. Good point. Because again, she might not be too happy about this. She was the star. Now, obviously, she's going to have to take a back seat. I don't know if I would be too happy about that neither. Ooh.
It was for her to basically, be the sister and, eventually she might take on the mantle like it is in the comic books, but now she's going to be the auntie and she's going to basically have to give up that mantle.
You're right. They might kill her off. She might know she's about to get killed off. Oh, man, that's crazy. Shout out to Pre-Sell in the building. 5'11". So that he a good height then. If Chadwick Boseman was 5'11", then him being the son and being 5'9", especially not fully grown, perfect. Perfect height. Perfect height. Who knows? I don't know if she's gonna be on Killmonger. She might be. So it's like, I don't know what they're gonna do with this movie. But I hope they don't kill her off, and I hope they address this issue of succession. Maybe they can make it like a Civil War type movie where she don't want to give up the mantle. And he give me the mantle. And they fighting over succession. In House of the Dragon. I haven't been watching House of the Dragon, but I'm familiar with the story. Or in Game of Thrones. Not really Game of Thrones, because the issue of succession was kind of clear cut. But yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. You said we need a Midnight Angels spinoff. Hopefully that'll be a good show. That'll be a good movie. A generational beef. Auntie who want to stay, who want to keep the throne, and it'll also be cool too if she magically get into a relationship with M'Baku, and he the one putting the battery in her back. Nah, We're not passing that mantle. Nah. We're not passing that. Nah.
I don't know if Letitia Wright is happy with how things are going. Now, I'm just speculating. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying that, Marvel, Kevin Feige, or Ryan Coogler is pushing her out the door. I'm not saying it in that type of way, but to me, it just didn't seem like she was happy with the announcement. If you can watch her on stage, and I will put it on stage, but I ain't gonna do that. But it just seemed like to me, she was not happy with the announcement of the Black Panther 3. Now, they did have a release date. It said December 18, 2028. That's literally more than 2 years from now. And if I have anything to say about that, this is the reason why I have issues with Marvel. Like, the first one came out in 2018. The second one came out in, I think, 2021, something like that. And so now it will be 6-7 years later when the third one comes out. You would assume, now maybe it was some things behind the scenes that we just don't know about, but you would assume that maybe there was talks after Black Panther 2 that they would not only have a new actor, they would already have a script. And I know Ryan did say that they've already started, but to me it just seems like they're just not starting with everything. I really feel like they should have already had somebody in mind. Not even if they didn't choose David Johnson, I feel like they should have already had somebody in mind, and they would have been ready to go and ready to shoot, and then go from there. But we'll talk about this some more later on. I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts on the announcement of David Johnson, him being the new Black Panther. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Post your comments down.
I'm gonna like this brother video. I'm probably gonna subscribe to his channel too. He did a good job with this. He helped me see a different angle. Because I could see her being upset about that. Like, she supposed to have the mantle now, and then now out of nowhere she's dead, or she killed off, or she got to pass it, or she got afterthought. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, let's get into this real quick. This probably gonna be like our last video of the night. I had to touch on this before I go. Tariq Nasheed sitting around here crying. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what Mr. Aboriginal, we had an ethnogenesis, got to say. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's see what he got to say.
I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson. This young man.
Speaking of Africa, did y'all see they did a casting of the new Black Panther movie? They cast the new Black Panther movie, and they got this guy. What's his name? He's a British dude. He's from, I think his family is Sierra Leone and something, but he's a British dude. What's his name? A lot of people kind of feel a certain way about it. What's the guy's name? David something. What's his name?
A lot of people don't feel a lot of way about nothing. That's you, FBA bozo. Stop. Like, that's another thing. They so cowardly. Instead of just standing on business saying we feel a way about it, they want to say, oh, they're going to try to hide behind people. I heard like a lot of people feeling some type of way about it. Say what you got to say. Stop being a coward.
Y'all help me out, family. David Johnson, something like that. Yeah. Now, a lot of people feel a certain way about this Black Panther casting. Some people feel a certain way about it, and I get it. There have been some complaints about the casting of this guy. And you know, we had the great Chadwick.
See, look, he's such a coward. Talking about, oh, there's been some people complaining, and I get it. Like, what do you mean you get it? Like, you so cowardly. So cowardly. That's another reason why I could never be FBA. I could have been the biggest African hater in the universe. I still wouldn't have been FBA because y'all too cowardly. Y'all can't even say what y'all got to say. All this, oh, a lot of people are feeling some type of way, and I can kind of see it. Like, come on now.
Boseman playing the legendary T'Challa, and he passed away in real life. So the franchise has not quite been the same. Some people felt like they should have casted somebody else in the T'Challa role, but this character with this new guy, he's going to be T'Challa's son, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's kind of all over the place. But there's some people who kind of feel a certain way about it. There's some people who said they wanted an FBA to be cast in the movie. Let's look at it from both sides. Somebody said it's an African character. That's a great argument. You know, the character is technically, even though Wakanda is fictional, the character is technically African. So that's an argument. Some people are still not feeling it. Now, from a pro stance, a lot of people are saying that
he's so cowardly. Now you're trying to make it seem like you're neutral. You're neutral on this issue, Tariq. Come on now. Total bozo. And you're right, Hood Mistress. Those are fighting words. Exactly. Why would you want to play an African character? Exactly. I'm happy you caught that because I'm about to say something about that. The legendary T'Challa. Like, he's a real person. Tariq just be using phrases and words he don't even really understand what they mean and how to use them.
This character, being the son of T'Challa, will have a clean slate. He can kind of grow into the role because a lot of people are looking at this new actor like, okay, I mean, he ain't really, you know, he can act, but he doesn't have that polished superhero look. Yeah. He just don't look like a superhero.
See, back to my point about typecasting. These people, like Tariq Nasheed and the other FBA bozos, they promote this nonsense, and that's what's holding Black American actors back, by the way. Too much people trying to look like the role, like as typecasting themselves. Like, well, I don't look like a doctor. That doesn't mean you can't work on your craft where you can make yourself look like a doctor, or you can behave in a way that makes you believable as a doctor. You don't need to quote unquote look the part. Like, you don't need to be typecasted. This is why actors work out, so they can look the part. This is why they do angles to make people look bigger than what they really are. This is the reason why people start shadowing people who really do the profession, so they can learn all the mannerisms, so they can act the role and they can look the part. That's why it's called acting.
And I think that might be something that our good brother Ryan Coogler is looking for. He's probably looking for somebody, and this is my conjecture. Again, this is my conjecture, and I have a lot of respect for our brother Ryan Coogler. You know, again, I'm just looking at it from both sides, family. I'm looking at it from both sides. My conjecture could possibly be that Coogler wants the guy to not look as polished. He's a great actor, but you kind of grow into becoming a action hero. You understand? A lot of people, they wanted Damson Idris in there. And some people were saying that because Coogler is real cool with Michael B. Jordan, even though Michael B. Jordan is not in the new movie, they're still buddies, and Damson was dating, him and Michael B. Jordan was dating the same chick. So there was some behind the scenes rumors about that. That's whatever. But Again, my thing, I'm thinking that our brother Ryan Coogler probably cast him so that he can appear younger, less imposing, and that could serve as part of the story. His lack of being a completely developed royal action hero, that could be the starting point of his character arc. Just like when they did with Spider-Man. And this is my conjecture. The Peter Parker character, he was kind of a skinny, scrawny guy. And then there was kind of a character arc. He kind of grew into and bulked up and became Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking at it from the perspective of a filmmaker. I'm looking at it from that perspective. But again, this Johnson guy, he's a highly trained actor, award-winning actor. He trained at a very prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts over there in London.
There was no rumors. Tariq is just making stuff up like he always does. Tariq is just making stuff up. Tariq is just making stuff up as he always does. Make stuff up. Exactly. He definitely does. Not only him, his audience does. Because if his audience had a dictionary, they would know Tariq be using words wrong all the time. And they could call him out on it. Shout out to Starbright in the building. Yes, he is definitely that. He is definitely that. Yes, disgusting. Like I'm still waiting on I'm still waiting for you to stand on business, Tariq. Get to the part where you stand on business.
So he has the chops. I give credit where credit is due. He has the chops. And somebody in the comment section made a great point. The story, the character is an African character.
Oh, another thing. I think Tariq is not going hard because he was meat riding Ryan Coogler so much that he can't just go in on him like he would do anybody else. I guess he probably just saying, "Oh, let me try to sound reasonable," because whoever Ryan Coogler got around him probably uses the term FBA. So I can't be too xenophobic because that's probably why he fell back, because somebody probably showed him all my other stuff. So when I'm talking about this issue, let me seem like measured, and let me seem intelligent, or let me be like even-handed. Let me be fair and balanced. Let me be neutral. Let me be like objective.
So maybe they're trying to cast an authentic person with African lineage, with direct African lineage, to have a certain spiritual continuity. I don't know. I do not know.
Again, with this spiritual continuity, Tariq got to explain what that term means. In fact, I'm about to take that term from him and I'm about to give it a real meaning. Spiritual continuity.
From what I understand, our brother Ryan Coogler basically met with this guy on the low, and Ryan kind of just felt in his gut that he was the right guy for the role. So I don't even think they went through a formal acting audition process. I think Ryan Coogler just said he felt it. He just felt that this was the guy. That was his gut instinct. Okay. He's the director. All right. Now, there's some people who are arguing against it, and I get those arguments too. There's some people who are like, hey, man, we need some FBA actors out here in these roles. I get it. Yeah. Some people said that, hey, they could have just cast another T'Challa. They could have got another actor to be T'Challa, just like they did with James Bond. They got different actors to be James Bond. And they're saying, and some people are getting into the Marvel universe aspect of it by saying that if they cast the Son, they're going to really abandon just decades of core comic book storylines specifically written for T'Challa. Yeah.
Okay. Like that argument that Tariq just said, that's one of the people who, that's a legitimate argument about, well, they're going to abandon a lot of the comic book source material. But I say this, Marvel has already done that. Like, when the last time Marvel has made anything even remotely faithful to a comic book, to the source material? When? And again, I want to see what Ryan Coogler could do with this, because this was always his plan anyway, to move on and give T'Challa a son. It was always his plan.
So it's a lot of y'all saying you're not going to support it. So we're going to see. I don't know. I want to see what the trailer looks like. Said the James Bond movies used to be the shit back in the day. So I want to see the trailer. Let's see what they put together and show me a trailer, and I'll see what I want to rock with. You know. So some of y'all say you're good on it. Again, I need to see the trailer. I put it like that. Is Denzel going to be in it? Some people were saying Denzel was going to be in it. Then they said Denzel pulled out. So is Denzel going to be in the movie? Denzel Washington. I was hearing some stuff about Denzel possibly being in the movie. Oh, Lord. Is Cynthia Erivo in it? Oh, God. Lord. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. Somebody said y'all going to be boycotting. Man.
Speaking of boycott, Tariq is still in Japan, by the way. Is FBA got anything to say about that? Like, y'all going to run a boycott? And, Tariq is not going to come out and say he's going to boycott this only for one reason. Again, because Ryan Coogler is the director. If anybody else was, Tariq would be openly supporting and calling for a boycott that he wasn't even going to participate in. Because, every time Tariq talk about boycotts, even as we can see right now, he does not participate in these said boycotts.
The boycott. Again, I'm out here in Japan, and some of the tethers with their bad faith arguments, they're like, what you doing out there in Japan? We supposed to be boycotting the Asians.
Oh, look like Tariq is watching my videos again. Because I was the one who made that point. Other people was talking about how you was spending FBA money on vacation. I was the one who pointed out that, hey, not only is he spending FBA money on vacation, isn't there supposed to be an Asian boycott? Isn't there supposed to be an Asian boycott? And why is Tariq not participating in the Asian boycott? Why he doing what he want to do?
We supposed to be boycotting Asians. Why are you out there in Japan, of all places? Boy, these tethers are so damn ridiculous. Listen, a boycott, that's a targeted domestic economic strategy. When foundational Black Americans boycott.
I knew it. I told that to people. I said, watch. When Tariq finally addresses this issue, watch he claims that that the boycott is different than what he's doing, because like going to Asia and I'm going to Japan and going to a Asian restaurant is two different things. Watch he say that. I knew he was gonna say that, and he's saying it right now. He's saying it right now. Like, oh, the Japanese ain't got nothing to do with this. People said we boycotting Asia. And again, of all countries to go to, Japan, the country that people was just talking about boycotting because they was basically describing Black people like vulture mites. That country, can't make this up.
Out of business, you're boycotting specific merchants. You understand? You're boycotting people in our communities who's doing janky stuff. See, Japanese people living in Japan, operating on their own sovereign homeland, they're not coming over there opening up beauty supplies and racially profiling. They're over here doing their thing in their own homeland. I respect that.
I knew it. Like I said, I knew it. And again, he also, if you paid attention to what he just said, he said the boycott was about Asian businesses in the Black community, which means, according to Tariq, it's okay to support an Asian business as long as it's not inside the Black community. And as long as they're not selling certain products to the Black community. So which means it's also okay to support certain Asian businesses in the Black community. Because if it's not a convenience store or selling something like beauty supplies, then if you want to go eat at an Asian restaurant in the Black community, that's fine. It's an Asian selling Asian food. Look at what this bozo just did, bro. I can't believe this. He's trying to justify this.
They're minding their damn business over here in their homeland. So yeah, we respect sovereignty. We don't have no smoke with a group of people who are in their own land, and they don't really, people over here, they ain't got no structural power to disenfranchise us in America. You see? So a lot of the tether class, they're just projecting a lot of their own anti-FBA bigotry onto us. Yeah, they know we got legitimate grievances with a lot of these people who try to do little janky shit to undermine.
So what was that with the Japanese in Japan with the Voltramite thingy? Am I misremembering something? Because again, if somebody was like, we boycotting, I don't know, we boycotting Latino businesses, and somebody went to Mexico, you would be calling them a coon and a sellout, talking about how all that anti-blackness going on in Mexico, how the Mexicans here ain't no different than the Mexicans over there, and if you support them over there, you supporting the ones over here because they send money back and forth to each other. They all related. Wouldn't you be saying that, Tariq? Wouldn't you be saying that? I'm pretty sure he would be saying that. Look, let's keep it going.
And us, them included. You see, a lot of these people, they want us to be isolated. They want us to believe that the entire globe dislikes us.
So Tariq is now arguing against anti-blackness being global. Oh my God! Thank God I watched this clip. Tariq Nasheed is currently right now arguing against the concept that anti-blackness is global, and that anybody trying to tell black people, telling black people that anti-blackness is global is trying to isolate us. I thought y'all was FBA standing on business. Y'all don't need nobody. Y'all the culture. Everybody trying to copy y'all. Nobody got anything y'all want. Now you talking about, and everybody hates us. Now it's nobody really hates us, and we don't want to be isolated. We want to be down with other people. So y'all went from being the culture to wanting to be down with other people. Y'all went from being the culture to being dick riders. Went from being the culture to being a dick rider. Can't make this up. I'm so happy.
We never leave the country. So when they see Foundation of Black Americans and us out here chilling in Japan and enjoying the culture here, walking safely, being treated with high levels of respect by the locals.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I saw this on Twitter. Tariq was literally using white supremacist talking points to describe Japan. And I don't even think he even knew what he was doing. I don't even think he even understood what he was doing. He didn't. Because remember, matter of fact, I'm going to save that.
You know, that shatters their narrative. Yeah. Man. What's up, Mr. Dark Skin? All right. Let me see. Raise your hand, ladies and gentlemen. So you had good experiences in Japan. Me too, man. I've had nothing but great experiences here. These people have been absolutely phenomenal. Very cool people out here. Not a problem with them whatsoever. All right. Y'all raise the hands. So we got a lot of folks in here. All right. Let's
look at the meat eating Japan, bro. Literally. Meat eating Japan. Matter of fact, where is that? Where's that clip? Where is that? Let me see if I can find something. I know I could find something like this. I know I could find something about this. Like where is he at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Tariq out here meat eating like this, man. This is crazy. Lord have mercy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you supporting the stream any way you can. Get the likes up, family, if you can, please. Thank you. Like, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. 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 Let me see. Right here, look. There was a whole big thing. Japanese people calling black people Voltramites, bro. Whole big thing. Whole big thing. Is Tariq getting paid? Is Tariq being paid by the Japanese government? to help smooth over their image. Look at this. This was a whole thing. This was a whole thing, bro. Let me see. Let me see if I could click on one of these videos. In fact, I'm clicking on this one.
Oh my God. Listen, Japanese people can't compete with that. Even the women, despite having similar heights, have this thickness and weight class vibe from another world entirely. When I imagine getting punched by one and thinking I might die from a single blow, it fills me with unbearable fear. And I said this, and I was like, bro, he's talking like Gojo did about Miguel. And so I had to look at the quote tweets. You know I had to look at the quote tweets. Biologically defeated. Die from a single blow. I think the average black man is Saitama. They talk about us like we're Viltrumites. Strongest black person according to Japanese Twitter is Yujiro Hanma. Oh my God. The average black person according to Japanese Twitter. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. They genuinely think we're Saiyans. I'm crying. Nigga, you're scared of our women? Bro, I think you're just a hoe.
Exactly. Tariq probably is doing it for free. Because again, he's probably, because like I said, when I saw one of his tweets, I'm like, he's talking about Japan to say the same way white nationalists talk about Japan. Like, you can't make this up. Like, disgusting. Disgusting. Like, this is again, this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. Whoo. Like this is Tariq right now. This is the big homie. This is the big homie.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. My die from a single blow is frying me. These people think we're super villains. Me, according to Japanese. Oh my God. I am the average black person according to Japanese people. This shit is so funny. They think we have superhuman strength. Oh my God, this is so hilarious. I'm loving the biologically defeated hashtag. And above all, their builds are so different. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm crying. This is the funniest shit. Oh my God. How Japanese people think we're moving. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. This is so fucking funny to me. Oh my God. They think we're all fucking Biscuit Olivia. Like, damn, bro. Now I feel like I'm not living up to the expectations placed upon me. Why am I not moving like a Viltrumite? That's true.
Yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Y'all see this, right? Like, oh, There ain't no anti-blackness. They love us. We've been getting good in there. And people talking about anti-blackness is global. They trying to scare us, family. They trying to isolate us. Who trying to scare black people and isolate you? Who doing that? Like, come on. But I gotta get out of here. It's after 12. I gotta go. Busy day tomorrow. I gotta go. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody who came through. Family, remember, the best way to support the stream is PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Much appreciated. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. You already know how we moving. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end this here. I'll be back tomorrow with a regular show. Hopefully, I can start early. I have a doctor's appointment, so I might be able to really start early because again, if I got a doctor's appointment, so I'm not doing anything but the doctor, so I might be able to really start earlier tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully we can really get into that. And shout out to everybody who supported the stream, everybody who's like been emailing me and all this other stuff. I'm gonna try to get to all that stuff. But anyway, before we get out of here, let's give our shout outs. Shout out to Justin March for coming through and gifting 20 memberships. Family, if Justin March gifted you a membership, make sure you thank him and make sure you keep it going. Everybody salute and shout out Justin March, man. He's been one of my day one supporters, my first moderator, all that. Salute, bro. Shout out to Justin March again for doubling up with his support, coming through with $2 to help me reach the goal. We didn't reach it tonight, but it's all good. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. Thank you for the 2. Shout out to East Coast Kev for coming through with the 5. Shout out to East Coast Kev for doubling up with another 5. Shout out to Red Pill Zulu for coming through with the 20. Much appreciated. Shout out to East Coast Kev for tripling up with another 5. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Oh, somebody just came through with a gift. Uncle Lurk, 440 jewels. Uncle Lurk, I take that. What's your name? Is that Neon? I can't really even see your name. I see Neon. I can't see the rest. I don't know if that's a L, a T. Is that I don't know. But I'll go look for it offline. I'm sorry. I didn't say it right. But I'm pretty sure your first name at least is Neon. Salute to you for the gift. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Neon, yes, Neon. So, yeah, salute. Everybody, make sure y'all shout out Neon for coming through. Shout out everybody who came through and gifted the stream. I mean, who blessed the stream. Excuse me. Also, I want to thank everybody who liked the stream. I want to thank everybody who watched it. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel, who hit the bell. Much appreciated. Everybody who commented, everybody who hit that reaction heart, everybody who everything, whatever. If you did anything, shout out to you for your support. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I appreciate your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You don't even understand how much I appreciate it. Y'all help keep this stream going. Also, family, remember, if you got any stories you want me to cover or you think I should see, make sure you email me or hit me up. My DMs is always open. Look in the description box. Always open. Oh, shout out to Milton for coming through at the end with the 15. Much appreciated. Much appreciated for coming through with the 15. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for coming through with that 15. Make sure y'all shouting out Milton. He came through with the 15. He just came through. Bless the stream. But anyway, yeah, family, make sure, like I said, you can, my DMs is open. Email me, whatever. Email, hit me in the DMs, write me on all social media sites. Let me know. Show me the shows. Like send me some articles or something, whatever the cover. I might see it. I might not see it. I might be able to get to it. I might not be able to get to it. But if you send a donation with it, I'll definitely see it and I'll definitely be able to get to it. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Like this is like, I'm happy. I haven't been streaming for a couple of days. You know, I've been dealing with stuff. And I might not stream for a couple of more days, but hopefully I'll be able to get to some streaming tomorrow. Yeah, make sure y'all go subscribe to all my channels. Much appreciated to everybody to do that. it's just, you know, it's just been a journey. You know, I'm going through the journey. You know, it's about to be August. So, you know, the summer really gonna be heating up. But, you know, yeah, subscribe to all my channels. And peace to everybody in the chat. Good night, good evening, good afternoon. All that good stuff. Much appreciated. Make sure y'all hitting that reaction heart. Make sure y'all dropping comments, fire emojis, whatever. Remember, they flag my channel. I'm outside of the algorithm. All your comments, all your views, all your interactions with the chat, that helps get me back into the algorithm. And I am eternally appreciated for it. And make sure y'all go subscribe to all my channels. I got multiple channels, y'all. And I'm out. Good night, good evening, good afternoon, good all that stuff. And have a blessed time. Be safe. And I'll see y'all today. Hopefully I'll see y'all today, tomorrow, or whenever. And, you know, on that note, family, peace. Peace, 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 peace. Oh, on your way out, make sure y'all hit that link. Hit the other link. Shout out to Romario in the building. I didn't see you. I think you just got in the building. Make sure y'all hit this link, family. It's in the It's in the Nightbot. Go subscribe to all these channels. The Nightbot got them. And yeah, I'm ending this here. Yeah, the Nightbot. And peace. Oh, pressed the wrong button. Night night. Yeah, peace.